Hey, my friend, you made it. Today, we're going to do an episode from Answers About Alzheimer's. I'm your host, Debra Costu, with a K. Today, we're going to talk about hearing loss, the importance of hearing loss, but more importantly, why you shouldn't make your person with dementia wear their hearing aids, because I know that's probably something that you keep pushing this dialogue, trying to make them wear their hearing aids because they're not able to hear you. We've got a lot to talk about. This topic can get a little confusing, a little deep. I'm just going to kind of give you an overview because that's probably really about all that we're going to need to do. So, I am Debra Costu, and I've been in your shoes. I've been on this dementia journey with my own mother. She had Alzheimer's disease. She had a very, very slow progressing Alzheimer's disease. She had it for over 20 years. I know, 20 years, very long time. So with that being said, what are you going to do if this lasts 20 years for you? Well, that's why I'm here. I'm going to guide you through this no matter how long it takes. So I believe she also had undiagnosed Parkinson's disease. That's another story. And by the way, I have a free guide for you on my website, answersaboutalz.org, which the link is down below. Understanding different types of dementia. This is under the free resources tab, so make sure you go there and pick up a copy of that. Because most people actually die with more than one type of dementia, and we're not necessarily diagnosing more than one. That's called mixed dementia, but it's actually way more common than is kind of known in the general population, even with your doctors. I know, don't get me started on that. Okay, so I also have a best-selling book out that you would probably really benefit from. It's called Forget Me Not, and the foreword was written by Dr. Sharon Brangman, head of geriatrics at SUNY Upstate Hospital. So pick up a copy of Forget Me Not. This is available on Amazon. Anywhere books are sold, you can actually order it from anywhere. There should be a link below for that as well. Okay, so I have been in this horrible trenches right along with you. My mother, like I said, was diagnosed for many, many years with Alzheimer's disease. And I also, during my time when I owned a home care agency, oh my gosh, so many families struggling, helping them along this journey. And also my time with the Alzheimer's Association doing education for them for many, many years, and just really hearing all the stories from families just like you. So I'm here for you. I want to do good by you. I want to help you as much as I can. So I hope that you get a lot out of this. If you love my videos, please shoot me a comment down below. Let me know if there's anything that you would like to hear more about. If you're enjoying the content, if things are working for you, let me know where you're from. We have viewers from literally all over the world because this is a very, very common disease and it's global. So this is a global movement. I'm glad you're here to be a part of it. I have a lot of work to do because the strategies that I have, my secret scripts, which I will share with you later on how you can get those if you're interested. But my secret scripts and strategies, they need to be the new gold standard, and they will be. But we have to get it out there. So today I want to talk about hearing loss and how it affects dementia. And there are so many aspects to this. I hope I can even remember to touch on all of them. But hearing loss can increase your risk of developing dementia by 5 to 7%. That is very significant. Or not percent. 5 to 7 times increase your risk of developing dementia. So this is a really, really important topic. And so for now, I'm talking to you as a person in your maybe 40s, 50s, and 60s If people are telling you that the TV's too loud, if you're missing conversations or you're struggling with understanding people and people are telling you that you need hearing aids, I'm begging you to run and get hearing aids and wear them consistently. Because if you don't, you are really significantly increasing your risk of developing dementia in the future. So there's two things I want to talk about today. One is prevention, as someone in my age group and probably in your age group, as opposed to having your person with dementia wear their hearing aids. And I'll get to that in a few minutes. So the latest research shows that hearing loss makes the brain work harder. And so, because when you're missing parts of conversations, your brain has to work harder to fill in the gaps that it's not receiving from hearing, right? So when we have hearing loss affects all different kinds of things. We already know that, because I just told you, that it can increase your risk of developing dementia. But it also increases falls. It increases depression, which is treatable at any age. And it increases our risk of self-isolation. Now, self-isolation on its own can also increase your hearing loss because you're not regularly using your ears and that part of the brain to interpret sounds. So there's a couple different kinds of hearing loss. The first one is peripheral hearing loss. And this is when it lowers the ability of the ears to actually detect sounds. And this is what increases your risk of developing dementia. The other one is central hearing loss. And this is when we have problems processing the sounds in the brain. So we're not able, this is not able to be corrected with hearing aids because this is actually in the brain, it's not in the ear. So the brain actually has trouble processing sounds because that part of the brain that does the processing is actually damaged. So there's the actual inability for the ears to hear the sound, and then the central is where that part of the brain can't process the sounds anymore because it's damaged. So the longer you go without wearing hearing aids when you need them, then that processing area of the brain gets more and more damaged. And it can actually get to the point where you put the hearing aids in and there's already been so much damage to the brain, or also atrophy to the brain, that the brain will no longer recognize sounds that it once knew. So it can actually permanently remove sounds from your memory, and you will not get them back. That's a very, very important thing to take note of. So the brain can actually forget sounds. This is called auditory deprivation. This is where the brain loses the ability to process sounds because it's not being stimulated. And when the brain isn't stimulated, it leads to the inability to recall and recognize sounds. And if that goes untreated, that part of the brain can be permanently damaged. That part of the brain can also be reassigned to other tasks. The brain is just amazing, isn't it? It can actually reassign it to other tasks, and therefore the sound is gone forever. The brain also, that part of the brain also can shrink or atrophy. That's what shrinkage is called. So, but studies show that if you manage your hearing loss, you are much more likely to, it's a risk factor, right, for dementia. So if you manage your hearing loss, you're going to be in a much, much, much better place. The last thing I want to touch on, because I hear this all the time, is so what I've been talking to you up until now about is before you have dementia or before you have dementia symptoms, okay? I'm not talking about a person who already has dementia up until now. So, if your person already has dementia and they're constantly pulling out their hearing aids, you have got to let this go. You have to let this go. Do not keep forcing them to wear their hearing aids. In my course, we have an entire section about what a person with dementia hears. And when you take the class, you will be completely shocked and blown away by the hearing deficits that a person with dementia is having. It's kind of like they're in a big rock concert and people are screaming at you to perform a task. It's so loud for them. Everything is amplified, but it's also muffled at the same time. And there are so many different sounds coming at them at once that are at the same volume. That's why they can't hear you. And that's why when you scream at them, they still can't hear you, right? Because everything is at the same volume to a person with dementia. And it's very, very disorienting. So when you put hearing aids in a person with dementia, it just makes all of it louder. It doesn't make your voice louder. So the reason they're pulling those hearing aids out is because it's absolutely driving them insane. And so if they're feeling like they're being driven insane, you're going to have more behaviors, right? So the solution is stop pushing this issue of your person with dementia to wear their hearing aids. However, if you are younger and you do not have dementia yet and you need hearing aids, you definitely need to be getting them and wearing them to lower your risk of developing dementia in the future. So I hope that this all makes sense to you. If it does, please put "this makes sense" in the comments below for me. I love to hear from you guys. You guys don't comment nearly enough. But you know, there's this class that I teach. It's just, oh my God, it's amazing. 100% of the students that take it volunteer to do a video testimony because they're so completely amazed by the results and the calm that they get after taking it, that they want to share their experiences with others. The course is designed to teach you so much about dementia that, number one, you don't have any more questions. Number two, you get a handle on those really bad behaviors. And after you get a really good handle on the behaviors, it turns out that the behaviors pretty much go away and they don't get escalated anymore, because you will learn techniques and scripts, all my secret scripts, on how to steer a person and get control over those dementia behaviors. Because I'll bet right now you're pretty much feeling like you don't have any control over anything right now. Your own life, their life, like it's just all topsy-turvy. And I get it. So if you're the kind of person who wants the best of the best, if you're the kind of person who likes a challenge and wants to overcome their challenges, I can show you how to do that. And it's pretty easy. It really is pretty easy. I haven't had anyone not be able to do it. I've had 85-year-olds. I've had teenagers. I mean, it works. It works. And if it doesn't work for you, I'll give you your money back. No questions. Because I know it'll work. But I believe in you. And I know you can do it. Because I won't let you fail. I won't let it be hard. But there is one catch. We keep the classes very small and not everybody gets in. And we keep them small on purpose because we want to be able to answer your individual questions. And we want to hear from everybody in the group. Everybody gets to participate. We share stories. Then we work on solutions, and you'll learn how to strategize for any dementia problem that comes your way. And then you'll be free. You'll be free. So hang on for 1 second. There will be a little blip. If you are interested in taking the course and applying for the course, you need to go to the website and go to the top right corner and book a call with your dementia coach. And it's just a conversation. Like, we're just going to ask you what you're going through, what are your problems, where do you need help, what's going on, and then we'll decide if we can help you. So your dementia coach is waiting. It's your peace of mind is only one phone call away. And I hope you join us, because you won't regret it. It will be one of the probably top 3 decisions you've ever made in your life. So my mission is to change the world of dementia. And I will see you there. Until then, if you need hearing aids, wear them. If your person with dementia is wearing hearing aids and they're ripping them out, let it go. Let this one go. Okay? All right, my friend, I will see you next time. And remember, together we can. If you're passionate about dementia, join our modern training course, proven to get you results. Guaranteed. To apply, go to answersaboutalz.org or call us at 585-775-5949.